Hey, what is going on, guys? Dippy Dwarf here today, and I'm bringing you guys a video on how to add custom firmware on your Nintendo 3DS. So if you want all these cool games, the latest games, or any game you want, like these I have here, for example, just continue watching this video and you will be able to have all this done successfully on Nintendo 3DS if you just follow each step by step and make sure you have the following requirements. So this is on the Nintendo 3DS XL. This works on the Nintendo 2DS, 3DS XL, and the new Nintendo 3DS XL. So those are the first requirements that it does work. So go ahead and just turn this off. And let me go ahead and close this. And as an example, I will be showing the old Nintendo 3DS, which is this one right here. Now, another requirement that you will need to continue on with this video, let me zoom in, is that we're going to need to check the version that your Nintendo 3DS is on. So we're going to go to settings, make this a little bit smaller right here. And it has to be on 9.2 or below. So as you can see, mine is on version 8.1. So if yours is on 9.2, it'll work. If it's on 9.1, it'll work. 9.0, 8.4, 6.4, even 4.2, it'll still work. But if it is on 9.3, it will not work. I repeat, it will not work. So do not continue doing this on your Nintendo 3DS because it will not work as of right now. And currently, this is only available for 9.2 or below. So that's one of the main requirements. Now the next one is make sure you have a valid internet connection, and as well you can use the the SD card that it comes with. So the one that this one comes with is a 4GB one. So I'll just show you guys right here. Let me turn this off. Okay, and I'll just show you guys here that it comes with the 4GB one. Let me just focus this. So it's the 4GB one, and this is the one I will be using as an example today. So once you have made sure that you have all those following requirements and you do meet them, let's go ahead and head on to the computer. We're going to add a file on our SD card, and I will put all the files downloadable in the description. So make sure you go ahead and download that, and let's continue on the computer. Alright guys, now that we're back here on the computer, we're gonna go ahead and insert our SD card from our Nintendo 3DS. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my computer, and while we wait on that, make sure that you did download the files that I put in the description onto wherever. And of course, you guys may see two folders. DCIM is your pictures, and of course the Nintendo 3DS. And why was it not successfully installed? Whatever. Just go ahead and close that out. Okay. So we're gonna go in the first step folder. We're gonna just copy this. And I like to do this, just have like two windows open. Let's go ahead and do that. And let me do the same for this one. Go ahead and do this. And put this a little bit more over here. Sorry guys that I'm doing this, but it's just to help me better and maybe help you guys out as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're going to copy this one from the first step folder. Copy launcher.dat, which is the dat file. We're going to paste it onto our SD card. Alright, now once that is done, let's go ahead and properly just eject the micro SD card that we have. So let's go ahead and eject this correctly, because maybe it can corrupt or anything like that. We wouldn't want that to happen. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and take out the SD card, and I will see you guys shortly in the Nintendo 3DS. Alright guys, now that we're back on our Nintendo 3DS, we're gonna go ahead and put our SD card into our Nintendo 3DS. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. And let me just give me a moment to put this on right here. Alright, now let's go ahead and boot up our Nintendo 3DS. And we're gonna have to go to a website soon, and I'll explain what that does after. So let me go ahead and focus the camera really quick. Ooh, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so I do have a valid internet connection, which is good. So let's go ahead and go to the internet, and we're gonna have to go to a website. And what this is gonna do is that we're going to format our SD card. So we're gonna go to the internet and go to a website called URL go dot gateway dash 3ds.com. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and confirm and go to that site. And if this doesn't load after you try a couple times, just go ahead and trying, and it should work eventually. Just gonna give this a moment. Just go ahead and give this a couple more minutes. Let's see. So as you can see here, it did fail to load part of this page. So what I'm gonna do, let's see if I can just turn this off. And now this is a good way to show you guys that it did happen to me while on camera. So if this happens to you guys, you can just do what I'm doing right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on again, and I'm gonna go ahead and retry. So it did happen to me, and that's the first time it did. So let's go ahead and oops, I meant to go to the internet browser, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and close out of this. Let's go. Alright, let's go to the browser. And then let's go to the same site again. So we're going to go to URL go dot gateway dash 3ds.com, and let's confirm. Alright, and as you can see, all you had to do was retry. And then now what we're gonna do is format our SD card into something else. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Let's keep going until it says format emunan. So we're gonna format our SD card. Let's go ahead and press A, and this is telling you, warning, this will format your 3DS SD card and delete all files. Are you sure you want to continue? So press start to start formatting and B to cancel. Now, just to reassure you guys, it's pretty much saying that it's going to format your SD card, and it's going to erase everything that you currently have on it. So if you downloaded any games on it or any application, anything that's on there, it will be formatted. So that's what's going to happen now. Let's go ahead and press start. And so now it's formatting, and I will just leave it right here, and I will just speed up the process and come back with you guys once it's done. Alright. Alright guys, so we're back here, and it seems that the formatting has been done on the SD card. So the next thing we're going to have to do is just press A to exit out of this. And now the next thing we're going to do is just hold the power button until our DS completely shuts off. So let's go ahead and do that right now. I would say this takes about maybe 10 to 15 seconds. We're just going to wait until this little blue light shuts off and everything is completely off. So this takes a couple of seconds. There you go. Now it's completely off. Alright, now what we're going to do is just boot it back up, because our DS completely formatted the SD card, so now it has to create software. And what that means is that it's creating a new Nintendo 3DS folder, and because it got previously deleted. So now what we're going to do again is just power it off. Alright, and now the next thing we're going to do is take out our SD card. And next step is put the SD card into our computer, so I'll see you guys there. Okay guys, now we're going to follow up and go to the second step. And now we're gonna insert our SD card from our Nintendo 3DS onto our computer. Just go ahead and do that, and just close this out. So now, as you can see, it is now formatted to a different type of SD card, which is called Gateway NAND. So make sure that your SD card is like that. So let's go ahead and open this, and now we're gonna go on to the second step, which is to go into the folder right here, and then we're gonna go to Nintendo folder. We're gonna open that up, and we're gonna copy this folder into here. So now this is the SD card, and these are our files. So just to make sure that you guys understand what I'm doing, so we're gonna go here, and then you should have another folder in that with a bunch of numbers, etc., etc. Of course your numbers will be different than mine. And then we're going to open the other one more time. So we opened the Nintendo 3DS folder, went into a folder with a bunch of numbers and letters, went again on another folder with a bunch of number and letters, and we end up with ext data. So what we're going to do is copy this folder, go here, and then paste this. Simple as that. So I want to make sure that you guys know that I'm doing, what I'm doing, being as specific as possible I can. So in here in the DBS we have two files, which one's called import and the other one is called title. Now let's go back and back onto our root of our SD card. So now let's go back to second step, and let's go to the root folder that you guys should have there. Just open this up, and we're gonna copy all of this right here. So copy, And now let's go to this one right here and paste everything on the root of our SD card. Just gonna go ahead and paste, and then yes, we're gonna do copy and replace. So make sure you choose this one because we're gonna replace the launcher.dat file. Let's go ahead and replace that. Okay, now once everything is done, let's go ahead and properly eject our SD card and continue on our Nintendo 3DS. So I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, now we're back on our Nintendo 3DS, and next step what we're going to do is put back our SD card into our Nintendo 3DS right here. Okay, let's go ahead and do that, and now let's turn on our Nintendo 3DS. So let's just wait on that, and now it's pretty